How you doing out there? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How are you? Good, I hope. Listen, we're gonna get right into it. Like I thank you, everybody, so on and so forth. I appreciate it. You know what it is. Let's get right into it. So I did this video once. And I was like, no, I don't want to put it out because, well, what I was saying, I really felt like, oh Lord, y'all, I'm gonna have a lot of people upset at me. You know what I'm saying? I said that. I was like, okay. And I was like, let me redo the video. So I took a day away from it. And here I am deciding to come back to the video. And I still stand on what I pretty much said in the beginning. Something in the sauce just isn't right. Now, we're talking about R&B divas, okay? And let me tell you how I got to this point. So yesterday, there I am, I'm talking about 1991, the year 1991, trying to make sense of that year, to me musically. A lot of acts out that year, a lot of great songs, but that's it. A lot of great songs in 1991, but when I think about the artists who came out that year, sometimes I wonder, where are they? But anyway. So 1991, I thought Jennifer Holliday's name came up because she released a record in 1991. So that led me to say, I think I should do a video about Jennifer Holliday. So as I'm talking about Jennifer Holliday, and I brought up Arista Records, then they had the Milli Vanilli, little incident. So then I came up with, I started to talk a little bit about Milli Vanilli earning the Grammy, had to turn the Grammy back in, so on and so forth, which then I was like, oh, I forgot about Martha Wash. Now, something just isn't right. And unfortunately for you all, I'm not necessarily talking about R&B divas Martha Wash's music right now. Like, her music. We all know her from 2 Tons of Fun, Sylvester, Disco. We know her for that, or that's what she's known for if you don't know her. And hey, check her out. That's what we're all about. We're not doing that background. She was born here, went there, so on and so forth. Check the R&B diva out. That's what, I like for you to do. You go check her out yourself. You get to know her, So anywho, so it has always bothered me, something in my spirit. This story has always bothered me. And even when I read the story, when I went to make sure, that's why I didn't post the first video. I was like, no, let me sit back, because these dots are not connected to this story. Okay. Oh God, see, focus. So the story goes, and Lord, let me find allegedly, honey, because this here is just ridiculous. So the story goes, and has always gone, that Martha Wash had been sought after to record demos, okay? And I'm just going to say at this moment in time, it looked like the person that she's recording these demos with, or the majority, you go find that out yourself. We just know it's demos. Is CNC Music Factory, or the guys who will become CNC Music Factory. So she's recording these demos. So the only thing I have to say about that right now is that if you're recording demos, I don't think she's doing it for free. That's where I'm going. Just follow with me. I'm going to chop it up. Then we're going to try to see if we can eat it as a whole meal. So she's recording demos. She has a career herself that goes back, I know, as far as musically, like let's say on the scene, 2 Tons of Fun, maybe it's in the 1980s. Oh gosh, when did Martha Wash come out? Probably, I said, well, yeah, it is 2 Tons of Fun, right? Wasn't it called 2 Tons of Fun? I know it's the Weather Girls, It's Raining Men. Let's just say the 1980s, early 1980s. For the most part, we're going to go with 1980, the year 1980. She's been around that long. So the song It's Raining Men, that song has been played in commercials and movies, so on and so forth. So if you don't know, now you do. Martha Wash. So her career goes all the way up through the 1980s, right? And somewhere around the latter part of the 1980s, going into 1990, I guess this is when she started recording these demos for CNC Music Factory. Now, I'm not saying she didn't record any other demos for anyone else. That's why I said something about this just never added up to me. Not even her ensemble added up to me. And I'm going to talk about that because sometimes I like to think that both parties, my opinion, there's a lack of integrity somewhere on both sides. I don't think both sides are telling us the true story about this Martha Wash permission to use her vocals. It just don't sound right. Okay, now follow me. So I'm assuming she's getting paid. That's number one. I'm going to assume that when she's asked to do the demos, she's getting paid to do the demos. I would like to think that the two of them, or whomever the producers and the writers are, let's say, or the producers, they have some kind of agreement about, well, these are demos. This is what our intentions are. Let's just say right now, so on and so forth. I would like to think she signed contracts. That's just me, just for the demos alone, because don't come to me and tell me, oh, well, this is a standard deal and it usually goes this way. No, we don't know. I don't have the recording contract in front of me, so I'm not going on that. I'm just simply saying a deal should have been made even about the demos, okay? So she recorded all of these songs. See, I'm not moving from it. Something is not adding up. So she's recording all of these songs. And let's go back to what I said. This lady has a career in the 1980s. 1980. Now follow me. I want you to understand what I'm saying. She has a career. Like she's no slouch, meaning that she is a part of a cultural phenomenon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like disco, so on and so forth. She's been around. We have heard this voice. Follow where I'm going. That's why I think something is never adding up to me. We know this voice. So you're doing all of these demos. And now you're nowhere to be found as far as being a part of the groups who are coming out. The groups who are coming out. Like Black Box and CNC Music Factory. Follow where I'm going, because I'm telling you, like like we know this voice. This is not Milli Vanilli. This is not Milli Vanilli. Like, who are these people singing these songs? I know these two guys now are not singing this song, but who is this group? It's not like you went in and just got a couple of unknown singers, new singers in the business that we don't know their voices. We can't tell the difference. Oh, I know what you're going to say. Well, I remember, Ralph Tresvant supposedly has his vocals in Bobby Brown's Every Little Step, and it's kind of this, that, and the other. And, me, I have said as far as Paula Abdul's song, what's the name of that song? Knocked Out. I don't care what anybody said. I used to think that it was another artist. This is just me. But then when I thought about the song and I listened very carefully to the song, I was like, no. Now, I don't know who's allegedly all over Paula Abdul's album, But I do know I hear one voice, and I thought about it for a second. To me, that's Pebble's voice and Knocked Out. That's me. I don't know. I could be wrong, but as I listen closely enough in the beginning, because I think it's Pebbles. That's just me. I think LA and Babyface intertwined Paula Abdul's voice and Pebbles' voice on that record. That's just me. So I know it can happen. But the story here has always been, and it seems like it continues to be, well, we use your voice because we didn't want your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't fit this image of what we had in mind. That's the first part that I think that lacks integrity on both sides. Oh, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Didn't you just say that about Jennifer Holliday, though? Yeah, but Jennifer Holliday's story, if I'm understanding correctly, was that, hey, we'll record you, but we're not promoting your music as far as in videos and all of that, is because you overweight and we don't know how to market you. So we're just not, do you understand what I'm saying? Promoting your music. They were adamant, like straightforward with her, in her face. But what I don't understand about this is that this is where I'm going. So that's the first thing. Your voice is all over the place. We know your voice. So what I'm saying is that when we hear the songs, the majority of the people are like, that sound like Martha Wash. So it's not like somebody's trying to trick the general public. I don't think so. Because I always thought, this is just me, listening to those songs at the time, when I heard the first song, Everybody, and then I heard the song Strike It Up, I knew it was two different groups, same voice. It's not like you was fooling anybody. I was like, that sounds like the same voice. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not thinking about anything. I know it's two different groups, same voice. And I was young. So I just don't buy it. Something is not adding up. And I'm not saying Martha Wash is a part of it. But something's telling me that both sides understood what was going on. That's where I'm going. They understood. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I mean, because as I said, the way I'm approaching this video now is how I approached the other video. And I'm here to tell you, mine was mild. This is milder than the other video. I said, wait a minute, let me not post that one because I'm going to make a lot of people mad probably. So now y'all listen to all of this and then decipher this for yourselves. So let's just say she done did all these demos. I'm going to say 10. She done demoed 10 songs. Okay? She done demoed 10 songs. So then she demos one song, and the song comes up in Seduction. There's a group out. Seduction, love them. They had the song out called Heartbeat. Oh my gosh, like these ladies were definitely rocking. Nice looking ladies for the most part. I thought the ladies looked good. I thought they could sing. Like, I didn't think they were a slouch, but you could tell you got some very attractive women, but I'm thinking they're singing these songs. I still do, because I've never heard from I can't recall the song that she allegedly demoed for. I'm going to say it was also for CNC Music Factory as well. I think she did. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all follow me because I'm about to go somewhere with this. And this is the part that just really and truly just irks me about this story. Like, you're trying to get one over, and I don't think you got over. I really don't. Okay. So she demoed this song. And the song makes its way onto Seduction's album. All right. And the song is called You're My One and Only True Love. I got to listen to it because I'm not quite sure. I probably should have heard it. But this is the CNC Music Factory guy. That's where I'm going. It's the CNC Music Factory guy. All right. So then when she demoed the song made its way over to Seduction. Seduction sings the song. Now, what allegedly, somewhere around here, allegedly, right there, allegedly, Cole takes the song, kind of does some little tricks with the vocals as far as, not making her as prominent, but it's the lead vocals. Now, I could kind of go with that one on Martha's side. So that's what I'm saying. We got to chop this up. I could kind of go with Martha's side. Like, you use my host, I'm singing the lead vocals like I'm not even doing the background vocals. But you didn't credit me. We don't want to get to that yet. We don't want to talk about credits yet. We just talking about he used her vocals on the track. Guess what happened? She sues. They settle out of court. So she hears this and she goes, oh, okay, well, do you understand where I'm going? Follow me. I want y'all to understand the story. It's just, you demo a song for CNC Music Factory, the guys who will become CNC Music Factory. That song makes its way over to Seduction, a trio of female, a male-female group, right? They release the song becomes a hit. When Martha becomes aware of this, she sues because he used her vocals. We're going to go to the credits part, but from my understanding, without her permission, let me take it back. Okay. I'm not going to say without permission. She wasn't credited. So I guess if you go to the liner notes in this one, when it first came out, Martha Wash's voice, name is nowhere around. She's not credited. We're going to get there. We're going to get to that conversation where we say, well, I would want to be credited for my work too if I was on there. We're going to get there. But we're jumping too far because there's a whole lot of shaking going on, and it ain't shaking that shaking, like, what are y'all doing? Because now after you sue, y'all settled out of court, guess what happens? If you said they continue to record together, you are correct. So a guy who does you wrong, you say, who mishandles you, you and that guy work together again. You record more songs for him. You demo more songs. And after you demo those songs, let's just say some of those songs make it over into CNC Music Factory. Like Everybody Dance Now. I mean, I'm here to tell y'all, if y'all didn't live in that era, as corny as it looked like it was at the time, Everybody Dance Now was all over the place. Black box. Everybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? Two different groups, same voice. I would like to think that Martha Wash got paid to do the demos. I would like to think that Martha Wash has a contract somewhere, just with the demos alone. She's been compensated. But her suit is that you didn't credit me. You use my name, my likeness, so on and so forth, but you didn't credit me. Guess what she does? She sues. They settle out of court. Now, somewhere in the midst of all of this story, and I'm here to tell you, this here is just, I don't like anybody in this story right now. I don't. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Unsung or somewhere around when CNC Music Factory's factory, the gentleman basically has said something like, well, we didn't do anything wrong, and she knew in a roundabout sort of way. They had an understanding. So now here's where I go with her size. So now it's like it's like, oh well, they got these models to model behind her voice. To model, while her voice is singing and for them to pretend. Something tells me there was never a pretend anywhere. In my opinion, I don't think there was ever a pretend. Here's what I think. I'm thinking that when she did it, she didn't think that it was going to hit. And I'm here to tell you it hit. And it hit several times over with several different songs and several different groups. And I think when she recorded those demos and she saw probably what she got paid for those demos and what she could have gotten. Well, because, it's law, baby. Well, we can sue them, for this. We can go this route. So see, what I don't like at this moment in time, we have some successful singers who, did I say it that way? Well, I put it to you this way. We do have some singers who are really and truly trying to make their mark in the industry. They're definitely trying to do that. And of course, they are struggling because they don't fit a particular kind. They don't fit a Sheena Easton at this time or a Karen White. They don't fit. I'm talking about the image, the build. You see what I'm saying? They're not fitting into that category, so on and so forth. Sherelle, you see the physiques I'm throwing out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you have an artist like Phyllis Hyman, who's basically saying, listen here, I can sing, I can blah, 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 blah. And this is frustrating me because you even have lesser artists who can, lesser divas out there, vocally. Like they can't make the cut. But I can do this. Like this is what I do. I think you're using that, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all because this is why I don't like it. You continue to work with these guys. Guess what happens? So after, it's mind-blowing to me because after they work together and she sues them, guess what happens? This diva comes up with a contract. Yes. And I like the song because I think the song was called, hold on, Give It To You. Good record. That song, listen to it. If I'm not mistaken, the guy who worked with SWV, Brian Alexander Morgan, wrote and produced that record. I liked it. When I saw it, I was like, okay, Martha. Hey, but you're suing everybody. Left going right. Guess what else happens? She works with CNC Music Factory again and releases a single with them. And here's what I like about is it Zelda or Zelma Davis, the lady who sings with CNC Music Factory. I was like, she doesn't sound bad. I mean, she ain't just, she sounds good enough. Like I like the song and I like her voice. So I've never liked this story. I never, ever. I'm here to tell you my first video was mild. This video is mild compared to the last one. I dare not. I'm going to go delete that. I don't like it. So here's basically what I'm saying to wrap this up because we did not talk about music at all. As a matter of fact, this video should be titled, this is a wash. Like this has washed. This has gone through the rinse, washed, and dried. And I am through with this. Like this here leaves such a bitter taste in my mouth. Like this is just something that kind of just makes me go, because you keep suing them. and y'all keep working together. It's almost kind of like a money grab. You understand? Like somebody has to be in on something because it just doesn't make sense to me. So recapping, because we hit the 25-minute mark, the story has always been, I'm recording all these demos for them. They go out and market. From my understanding, I think one of the guys at CNC Music Factory said, well, we did approach her about this. Like, it wasn't that we never wanted her in the group or to be presented. You think about it. Think about it this way. This is how it could have also gone. It could have went CNC Music Factory featuring Martha Wash, which means that every song on the CNC Music Factory album could have been featuring Martha Wash, all the songs she recorded. And if Zelma Davis, who can sing, it could have been featured on another record. No, I don't want to do it. No. I think that's what it is. But these things hit is where I'm going. It hit and you was like, give me my money. I want some more money. Y'all didn't credit me. Okay, then after that happened, another money grab. Give me more money. Now y'all didn't credit me. Give me more money. And the CNC Music Factory guys, they were like, yeah, we're over it. I don't know. I never liked this story. I still don't like it to this day. And I'm here to tell y'all, I'm not joking. Like, this here has struck a nerve. And the thing that has struck a nerve to me is that we have a lot of females, a lot of people, just in general, who have issues with their appearance, you know what I'm saying? Women who, have issues with their size, like for real, have issues with how they look, so on and so forth. And I think this story here is a story where it was just used to line somebody's pockets to make it a lawsuit. Because think about this lady here, unlike anybody else, in my opinion, you called yourselves 2 tons of fun, which means that you definitely, what's that lady name? The artist. See, I don't keep up with you guys nowadays. Sorry. What is that? Megan. No, not Megan. What's that heavy set lady name? What's that lady name? What is that lady name? What is that lady name? Y'all know who I'm talking about, and I can't remember her name. She takes off her clothes at a basketball game. What is that girl name? Oh, I'm gonna remember it when it comes. Oh God, see, that's how I tell y'all. I just can't get in. Hold on, let me find out who she is. I can't. Lizzo. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lizzo. So she would definitely be the Lizzo of her day, of her time, right? And what I mean by that, she's not undressing, no. But what I'm saying is that listen here, I'm a heavy set lady, and I look good. It's raining men, right? You see what I'm saying? And all of that. So for you to go down that route after you done, I'm not saying it can't happen. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, well, you're not the right part for this one though. But then you come out. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna end it. I got 45 seconds. You record demos. The demos makes it to other people's albums. They use your vocals on it, so on and so forth. And then the songs hit, you sue. You weren't aware. Like a person like me, if it's my project and I know I worked on the project, this is just me. It doesn't matter when the song hits or not. My thing is that you're not going to credit my name. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the project is a success or not. Doesn't matter. It's the fact that when you record this record and you are aware the song's out, I'm saying then that should have been an issue and you should have stopped it then. But no, to me, like I said, over and over again, it's just a money grab. It has nothing to me. Her story, it's a wash for me. I just like, I can't do it. And like at the end of the day, I'm always thinking about recording the demos, the songs make it here to this album. Oh, wow. You didn't credit me. You used me, but you didn't credit me. So I'm suing. The other guys are like, well, you kind of know what it was about, though. You know, it's not like we didn't ask you, you know, so this story has been in all kinds of different scenarios. Number one, you didn't want me because of my weight. That's how one way it went. You didn't want me because of my weight. What are you talking about? We asked you, you said no. So we continued to do what we were doing. Number two, you used my vocals, but you didn't give me credit. See, it's not about being paid at this moment in time. She had to have been paid for that demo. You didn't credit me. Let me sue. I always settled out of court. Okay, let's go back in the studio and do another record. Oh, okay, let's go. Same situation. Oh, but you didn't credit me. Let me sue. Guess what the record company does? They give you a contract for you to put out a record. And you do. Guess what else happened? The group you keep suing is a group that offered you to come in and record with them, and you record. Nice record, by the way. Well, child, I'm just so done with this one. I'm sorry. This one here, I just can't. Ooh, Lord. Hey, you know what time it is. Remember to put your behind where your heart desires to be. You know, do your thing. All right. Did you tell somebody you loved them today? Because if not, I'm saying whenever I leave my mother's presence, you know what she says to me? She says, baby, remember I love you, but God loves you best. And I'm saying today, I love you. Love yourselves out there. Take care of yourselves. And you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing you next video. And hey, go check out Martha Wash's music and all the other songs that she was on that she wasn't credited for. See you later.